minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Blankenship out to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At their own 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. 7 yards, the pickup there. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. On 1st down, Watson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Check. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Come on, dude.
Back to throw, Watson. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes him susceptible to play-action passes as well.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Uzomah. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Diving is Hilton. He's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Browns drive about to get started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a quick player.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Raiders. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. Blankenship out for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Watson on first down. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
26 Mike.
On first down, it's Watson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Another try for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And he will find his man Ruggs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the 50, it's Watson. And Diggs has it. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Watson off play action. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Moss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Moss. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Moss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backs.
And now Watson throws another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Complete to Hilton. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
26 Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. Rolling to his right. To Barkley on the check down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw. Watson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score, Raiders 35, Browns 28.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And some space here. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. He'll buy some time right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. The 4th touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Hey, 10, wide, 20. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 30 down to about the 27. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 154 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, now Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 56, Browns 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Alert!
To throw again on second down. Watson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the sack on 1st down, Watson completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 26 yards. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Aaron Robinson. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that